I can imagine my home is like your home, which means it's flying. So Saturday night, Shabbat ended, and my 14-year-old son took the garbage out and decided he's going to do a sivuv. He's going to go do a little walk. On his walk, guess what he finds? He finds a portfolio, a briefcase. He brings it home, and he's opening it, and there are envelopes and envelopes and envelopes of cash. It turns out, at the time you didn't know, there was 250,000 shekels in this portfolio. My 14-year-old son, can I just tell you how much he wants an electric scooter? He wants a traktor. He would like a lot of things, and this money could buy a lot of things. However, my 14-year-old son also grows up in a home where he knows that there is a mitzvah in the Torah that's called Shvat Avodah. That when you find something, you have to return it to its owner, especially something so significant as this that can be identified by an owner. So we were looking through the papers, and we see a recurring name in all these papers. Must be the owner of the briefcase. We investigated, we called, and we found the owner, and guess what? That night we returned the briefcase with its 250,000 shekels back to its rightful owner. Now, was my little 14-year-old a little bit disappointed because he didn't get a single shekel from the man who returned it? Mind you, the man was very, very happy. Yes, he was disappointed. He would have liked a little reward there. But he learned such huge lessons. Number one, he learned that he could do something incredible, which is what? To make a choice. You see, because when a person finds 250,000 shekels, it almost seems like there is no choice there. For actually me and my husband, there was no choice about returning it. We knew it wasn't even a question. And there are other people who the 250,000 shekels would be no choice, but of course you're going to keep it. But my son actually was standing there and he had a choice. Oh, it would have been so good just to pocket like 100 shekels, 1,000 shekels, 10,000 shekels. Who's going to know? Well, HaKadosh Baruch Hu would know, and the owner would know that some money is missing. And my son, 14 years old, returned every single shekel back to its rightful owner. Today is Yud Nisan. It's the day when we're still in Egypt. We were still slaves. We had not gone out yet. Hashem had not taken us out yet. And we were commanded to go get a little lamb, tie it up, and outside the homes. This little lamb was bang. And the Egyptians were looking at the lamb. Why? Because the lamb was the god of the Egyptians. Now, what does it mean to be a god? It means that this is what I pay homage to. This is what I am sacrificing to. This is what I maybe aspire to be, which is what? A sheep. Something that grazes grass, that goes bad, that would not know whether this is my grass or my neighbor's grass. I could just take anything, that life means nothing except for what's in front of me. And guess what we did? We tied it up, and this was eventually, a couple days later, on Leil Seder, Leil Pesach, was going to be the sheep that we would actually say, no, this is not our God. Our God is one that tells us that when you find a lost object, you actually have to return it to its rightful owner. Our God is the one that tells us that, you know what? You're free. Free to do what? To make decisions. Free to emulate me, which is what? God who is kind and merciful. Our Chapayim, who is slow to get angry, who has patience. These are the attributes that we're trying to emulate, not just the grazing sheep. So when we think about our lives and we think about what is it that makes a person free versus makes a person trapped, makes a person a slave, or makes a person a sheep, is what are you aspiring to be? Are you aspiring to just do what's in front of you? Or are you aspiring to be free, which is a free person is one that can actually make a choice, that can choose? Now, why was a little bit, actually part of me happy that my son did not get a reward for finding this and for returning it? Because life is not so clear. And in fact, that's the whole point of the choice. Is that if it was so easy, because as soon as we did a mitzvah, we would instantly get a reward, then where's the choice? It's not. There are times where we don't see any reward, not right away and not in this lifetime. And there are also times where we don't see any punishment, not right away and not in this lifetime. And that's part of Emunah. That's part of us going out and taking our lechem oni, the lechem of our affliction, of our poverty of what? To only see things as how they are, to be stuck in what we are, and to be so not thinking that we could go out or grow, and to turn that into what? The exact same matzah became lechem emunah, lechem refuah, the bread of our healing, the bread of our commitment and our steadfast faith in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. This Pesach, realize you are a b'nei chorim, you're a part of Am Yisrael that's free to do what? To make choices. You can always make choices. You just have to realize that you're free.